Hi there, this is my third video for Phase Fix. Today's video is my current beauty favourites. I've been buying a lot of beauty products recently, not in bulk buys, but across a few months and things. And I feel like I'm finding I feel like I don't need to buy anything else because I found what I like. And what is the point in keep buying more things just for the sake of it? If you're happy with what you've got, you might as well stick with that. So I've got about 6 or 5-ish things to show you, just like my current things that I'm really like using regularly and what I really like. So I'm going to start off with foundations. So I'm going to start off with Revlon Colour Stay. I talked about this on my blog recently, but my view has sort of changed since I did the review about it. I was a bit half-hearted about it before, but the more I've been using it, the more I've been really liking it. So it's, I got it in normal to dry skin, and I bought the 150 shade buff. It's got SPF 15 in it, which is like really good, and it's nice to know that you have that in your beauty foundation. So it's £12.49 from Boots, which is actually really pricey. I didn't realise how much it was till I looked back. But they do have, obviously, normal to dry, and they also have the combination to oily, and then with each foundation there's about 10 shades. So you're getting, a good product for the money, I really say. So with this, it's more about having a flawless look and how it's supposed to like stay on your skin. And one of the main things about this is that it feels weightless. It's supposed to be for 16 hours. It's not for 16 hours, but it definitely is like the most weightless foundation I've ever used. I mean, you put it on and you don't even feel like you've got anything on, so that is what's really good about it. The only negatives I found really were that it wasn't particularly high covering, like my nose area I'm not particularly happy with, and I felt like it didn't really do that very well, but the more I get used to it and use a bit of concealer, it's fine. Perhaps another negative, some might find this positive, is that it's a screw lid, no pump or anything, so you just have to pour it out in your hand and use it bit by bit, and it ends up me having a lot of foundation on my hand, so I feel like I'm getting a lot of wastage. But overall, this is like becoming one of my most favourite things, just because the more I use it, the more I love it. I just think it's great. But I'm also talking to you about Revlon Wake Me Up, because this one is quite pale, so this is more when I just sort of feel like I need to slap something on. This is probably more when I've got fake tan on, because it is probably too dark. So now we'll move on to this. This is Rimmel Wake Me Up, and obviously you probably heard a lot about this. I love the case, like I love the big orange lid, and you've got a pump, so that's good. So this claims to be anti-fatigue effect and radiant glow. This again's got SPF 15. I got this in soft beige. So the idea about this is it's got like glitter in it. You couldn't see it just for looking, but it's supposed to have like glitter in it to like make it bounce off the sun kind of thing. So you're meant to look really radiant. At first that put me off, but you totally cannot sort of see the glitter or anything like that. So this one is £8.99 I think, so a lot cheaper than the one before, but this only comes in about 6 shades, so it's not as wide usage sort of thing, and this is just for any skin type. It's not got different skin types, which is kind of what bothers me a little bit, because the whole idea of this is to make you look radiant and glowing. Sometimes I feel it's a bit too much like that. I mean, it makes me look a bit greasy. So maybe if they had the different like normal to dry skin or oily combination, that would be even better. But I do really like this, and the more I've used this again, the more I like it. And I feel like this is much higher covering, like of my skin, which is really good. So again, I really love this, and these are definitely like the ones that I use and I really love now. So next we're going to move on to Maxfactor blusher. I mentioned this before in my previous video saying that I'd bought it, and now I can definitely say that I love this. It's the Maxfactor Perfection blush 225 Mulberry I got. As you can see, it's just a little compact. But if you look that, it's really tight like the powder is so tight and it feels like nothing's really coming out. I mean, cheaper blushes I've used before, if I brush I just see all this dust everywhere and I feel like I'm just like wasting it. So I definitely feel this is worth it for the money. Now it is £6.99, which is very expensive for me for a blusher, and it comes in 4 shades I think, which isn't that many, and from first looking at this I would not like the colour. I mean, it seems dark and it's quite glittery, but I tried it because I had to use a blusher, and one of my friends had it I think, and I just borrowed it and I love it. It's really dark, but you don't need to add much for it to do anything, and it's more like a sort of bronzer blusher, so you're sort of like a 2-in-1. And obviously all these things, at the moment Boots have got the 3 for 2 offer, like everyone keeps going on, so you can just go in there and get a cheaper deal really. So there's not really much else to say about this. It's really good, check it out. The one thing that does bother me is that like all the writings come off on the plastic covering, which is a little bit nasty. And then next, now this, Rimmel Fix and Perfect Pro Primer, okay? Now I've never ever used one of these before. The idea is that it sort of smooths your skin and means that your makeup will last longer, and lately I just feel like my makeup was just falling off and I couldn't even go anywhere without having to reapply it, which was just so annoying. So my friend Meg from Meg's Budget Boutique, which I'll link at the bottom, she did a review about this and it made me think, maybe. But it's £6.99, which, yeah, £6.99, which seems quite expensive to me for like a tiny little thing. Then it's got the same amount as a foundation, so it's about the same really. So this sort of says smooths, resurfaces, brightens, mattifies, protects, which is a bit odd because you can't really brighten and mattify at the same time anyway. So it's 5 in 1. But I definitely feel like it definitely like ensures that my makeup stays on longer, and it smells really good. And I put it over moisturiser and then obviously before my foundation. It just smells really nice, and you don't have to use much for it to go like a long way. So I don't think it's going to run out as quickly as I thought it would, which is really good. So, you know, if you have a bit of money and you want to do the whole 3 for 2 thing, I should definitely invest in one of these. I mean, I went on Boots and it hasn't got great reviews, so I think obviously this is probably like a beginner's primer. But I'm not sure. Let me know what you think. Okay, so next is a nail polish. Now, I've been wanting Essie's nail polish in Mint Candy Apple for so long now, because it's just such a lovely pastel-y neon bright colour, and I just feel like I couldn't find one cheaper version because Essie is so expensive. It's about £8–9, which I really just didn't want to afford right now. So I went back to my old favourite, Barry M Mint Green, that everyone was sort of using back in the day. But I just felt like it wasn't the right colour. It was too green, not really pastel enough. So I kept sort of looking around, but I didn't really want to buy into anything. But when I went to Superdrug, they've got L'Oreal for 3 for 2 at the moment, and I've tried the L'Oreal Rouge Caresse lipsticks. So I've got a couple of them, and then I found this little beauty. It's part of the Colour Rich nail polishes. Now, L'Oreal say that this is their first mini nail polish collection. I wouldn't say that it's that mini, but that's what they say. Apparently there's 41 colours in this collection, which is quite surprising because when I've been in Boots or Superdrug or anything like that, I've only seen about 4 colours, which is such a shame. So maybe they're going to bring them out a little bit more into the local shops. But anyway, I'm wearing it now. I don't know if you can really see. Probably not going to come out the actual colour it is or whatever. But it's much more pastel-y, but at the same time quite bright compared to the Barry M. So if you are after like the whole pastel-y green thing at the moment, I would definitely recommend looking into the L'Oreal one of these. I think it was nearly, let me just see, £4.99. Quite expensive, but still not as expensive as Essie's, so I still feel like I haven't spent too much, which is good. Now next, these are my absolute godsend of a lipsticks. Now these are Topshop lipsticks. They come as a pencil, really strange, but really unique at the same time, which I really like. The packaging is amazing. I think it's lovely. It's like white with stripy tops, and then you've got the colours at the bottom. I've got Clueless, which is a bright pink, which I'm wearing now. And then I've got Powder Room, which is a lighter colour. Okay, now here is a swatch. Probably not great in this light. But these are just amazing. Like, I've got them in my lip thing in my bag, and they're just, if I can't think of a lipstick to wear, I normally wear one of these because I'm either in like a pale pinky mood or a dark pink mood, so it's just perfect. They're quite expensive, they're about £7 each, so I'm not going to rush out and buy the other colours. The Hedonist is another colour, which is orangey corally, but quite reddy. And then they've also got Koi, which is even lighter than Powder Room, which puts me off. But I mean, on some people that would probably look lovely, but I just don't really want an even brighter colour. One more thing I was going to say about these. Oh yeah, so the bright pink one is so odd. Like, it's quite moisturising, but again it's quite matte because it's only a pencil. Whereas Powder Room, the lighter colour, is much chalkier. Okay, so if you've got quite dry lips, these are probably not the best for you. They are quite chalky and probably not going to moisturise your lips that much, but definitely the brighter one seems to be better than the pale one. I'm not really sure. I don't know if it's just because it's a paler colour, and I find that with pale colours. So yeah, amazing. You should definitely try these out. One thing that is a bit annoying though, you would have to buy it in a sharpener, and they sell them £3 in Topshop, which seems quite a lot, and I could probably find a cheaper one. But obviously they're big pencils, so yeah. Now this is the last one, but it's a bit stupid, but I just thought I'd add it anyway. Now my perfume is Juicy Couture Viva La Juicy. I absolutely love this, but I normally only get perfumes for special occasions like birthdays and Christmas. It's sort of a little tradition, and I love that. But it means that I feel like I can't spray it on all the time, just like to go down the sort of road just to spray it on to feel nice. So I really wanted something else just to like sort of in between deodorant and perfume. And I read that Impulse have a really nice smell, Romantic Spark. Now I would never ever buy an Impulse if I hadn't read something about it, because I just see these as sort of a 12-year-old thing, that's what you would get your pocket money and go downtown and get one of these. But no, I feel bad for saying that, because this is a really lovely smell. I would liken it to Marc Jacobs Daisy. I might be wrong, but that's how I would smell it. It's a blend of wild violet notes with white wood scents. But yeah, I love it. It's really nice, and I just spray it all over me instead of like chucking more perfume on. But so if you've got some pennies, just go and try one of these out. They're really good. Obviously, people's opinions about smells are totally different, so you have to try them out. They are £2 each, which in my opinion is too expensive for just a little body spray. But obviously, if there's an offer on, which is how I got this, then fair enough. I think I was like 3 for something, so I did that. So I hope you've enjoyed my third video, my current beauty favourites. I hope to hear from you. If you want to add a comment, or if you've liked it, then like it. And please subscribe if you've got YouTube and you fancy watching me again, or you liked this video, that'd be great. Check out my blog, Face Fix, and hope to do another video soon, and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye!